Hey everyone, Make Mine Marvel here with a companion piece review of Sideshow's new Spider-Man premium format and Sideshow's older Back in Black Spider-Man comiquette. Both of these are 1/4 scale in size. Both are fully sculpted. And right now what we're going to do is just give you guys a comparison shot so you can get a size reference of how they display together. And also the size of, the new PF compared with the old comiquette. And we'll get into specifics later on in the video too. But as you can see here, let me get down to about the level of the table. So they're both sitting on the table. Neither one is elevated off the base. And you can see how much taller the new premium format is over the comiquette. But both statues are exactly the same 1/4 scale size, and I'll compare the heads next to each other later on in the video. Get a back shot here of it. I'll also put each piece on a turntable, and give you a spin around in the good lighting and everything, so you guys can see it a little bit better that way. Alright, let me pause it and get it set up. Okay, we'll start off with the Spider-Man Back in Black comiquette. Like I said, it's 1/4 scale, fully sculpted. Spider-Man himself is one piece, no parts are interchangeable. He fits onto the base through some pegs in his feet. And then each one of the enemies, Doc Ock's arm, Scorpion's tail, and Goblin's glider face, which I'll show you in a sec as we spin around. Those are each separate pieces as well, and they all are just held in by little pegs. There's the face piece of the Goblin glider. You can see it's a broken building, ruin, rubble of a battle scene that Spider-Man just had with his enemies. Now, the concept of the statue, this is a variant off of the Iron Spider-Man comiquette that was released a while ago. This came out shortly afterwards, and in the comic books, after Spider-Man was Iron Spider-Man in Civil War and revealed his identity to the world, after that series wrapped up, Peter Parker didn't want anybody to know he's Peter Parker anymore, so he decided to change the costume, and he went back to the black costume. This is a regular cloth costume. It's not the symbiote. It just resembles what it looked like as a symbiote. So there's the backstory to that one there. This is really well done. Either one, if you get the Iron Spider-Man or this one, they're both great pieces. The paintwork, the sculpt, everything about this is really nice. There's hints of blue in the black as well for shading. Yeah, everything's sculpted. The eyes are buggy, and Venom sculpted in here. I should mention I did get this from my buddy Dean Bedanza, Statue Hunter 75. I bought this from him. I actually got it through a traded him some comic books for it. Great guy to deal with, and couldn't be happy with this piece. They did a great job on this statue of showing Spider-Man's muscle tone, making him that long, lean look. Not overly built, but he's fully stretched out. Did a real nice job with it. You can see how the white is almost kind of, I don't know if the camera's picking it off, but the white's almost reflecting some of the light. It really is a real nice, bright pearl white that they used for the paint. It's really well done. Get a little bit of dust on this guy. They did a nice job with the battle damage effect too on all the enemies' gear and suits. Alright, we'll pause the video and we'll switch over. I'll put the new Spider-Man Premium format on the turntable. Okay, I'm back with the Spider-Man Premium format. This is the exclusive edition, which comes with a switch-out head. That's the exclusive head with the kind of the squinty, taking aim look, and the switch-out hand where he's got a little bit of the web shooter, or webbing coming out of his web shooter. The other hand and the face, well, I'll show you. I'll put those on in a little bit and show you those as well. Let me try get on the other side, see if I can get a little better lighting. Maybe it won't wash out as much. That seems to work a little bit better. Okay, so quarter scale statue again, fully sculpted as well. This is a really dynamic pose. It's really well done. They've done a nice job painting the statue with the shading. They made the pants a little lighter blue, or I should say they used a lighter shade of blue in some areas of the pants to give it where the sun would be hitting Spider-Man, making that look lighter. And then kind of on the bottom they did darker blues where the shadow effect would be. Just to kind of show the angle and the motion of the statue and everything. I mean, as you can see, back up a little bit here. So as you can see, it's a very dynamic, very fluid looking statue. He's got a great presence and pose to it. You know, I wanted to take my time with this statue and not review it right away, just to get an idea of, you know, what I really thought of it and everything. I didn't want the, you know, the excitement of right after opening a box, jumping right in, saying this is the best thing I've ever seen. It's not without its faults. Now, some people are getting a little more faults than others. My only complaint with the statue is just some of the painting on the statue. The paint app, it's nice, but it's not perfect. Let's see if I can get you an example of that. On the legs, yeah, there you go. So you can kind of see there's little bits, and it's the way they shade the statue. It's little bits of dark blue flaked in with the light blue. I don't know if that's intentional or not. It doesn't look bad, and it's not paint rub or anything, but you can kind of see, it's so minute it's hard to see, but you know, maybe that could have been cleaned up a little bit. Now, other people had issues with the lines, the black lines, and maybe some bleeding of blue into the red. I don't have that issue. All my lines are really clean. No bleed over of paint from one color to another. So lucky in that regard. Another fault that some people have had with the statue has been the fit of this beam into this base. Now, it's not a magnet or a peg or anything like that, just the whole base drops in about 1.5 inches or so into the explosion down here. And some people have had play between the bar and this. Again, I'm lucky enough I don't have any of that. That fits real tight. There's no wobble at all. The only wobble is in the turntable itself. The turntable's not solid, but the whole statue from base to beam to Spider-Man's hand, it's snug, it's secure, and there's no play, no movement at all. Everything is sculpted into the statue too. All the lines are actually sculpted in and then painted in. The eyes are, you know, they're sculpted as well, so you've got it's not just painted on, you get the sculpt. Same thing with Spider-Man's emblem on his chest and his back. Now, one of the things I noticed, and let me see, I want to get some good light for this. Alright, so where the seam of the head and the neck meet. Now, when you put the head into the the body, there is a magnet there, as you can see. Real strong magnets, all of them, even the hands too. But there's a little bit of play. So if you put it in, you can see there, hopefully you can see there, the line of the costume does not match from the head, does not match the body. But you can turn it a little bit
You see how you can turn it back and forth in the socket? The socket's not wicked tight. So you can actually turn it to make sure that the lines of the mask match up with the lines of the suit, the body. And they hid the seam perfectly. No issue at all. There's no gap. The design and execution of the statue is really top notch. It's got good weight to it. You can definitely tell Spider-Man's hollow. You can tap his legs a little bit, and you can just tell that there's more of a hollow sound in the legs than in the arm. The arm is solid. The upper body's solid and stuff. So I'm sure the way they designed it, because again, people are really worried about leaning issues, is that I don't think it's going to be going anywhere. The peg in the hand. So the peg in the hand doesn't line up directly with the peg in the arm. The peg in the hand is pretty much under here. And then, I don't know if they used another metal rod, but they did say that there's a metal rod running up the arm and maybe into the body. I don't know. I did see a picture of somebody put a little magnet on the arm up here, and the magnet's stuck, meaning that there's got to be some kind of metal underneath the arm. Now, this is got plastic bits to it as well. It's not all polystone. The web shooter itself, that's plastic. It's almost like a clear resin painted with a little, it is a clear resin painted with some bits of blue and here we go, bits of blue and white on it. And again, they sculpted where the little bump on Spider-Man's wrist. And also, some of these fingers aren't all polystone. These two fingers here, to me, seem to be plastic, and these seem to be polystone. And I believe they did that just for shipping, to prevent damage, to prevent breaks. It's less likely that the plastic will break, and also maybe because way he sits on the base. But these two fingers, to me, and please anybody chime in on what you think, they seem plastic. But everything's painted real well. Alright, down to the base. Kind of ignoring that. There we go. So you can see the Green Lantern's bombs there, his jack-o'-lantern bombs, and one's exploding, got the explosion spewing from the mouth. This one hasn't exploded yet. It's painted real well. It looks kind of funky a little bit. A lot of people say that that bread looks kind of like that bread loaf. It kind of does. It's bumpy. It's got a lot of texture to it, but it portrays an explosion well, and it does the trick. I think it's done pretty well. And the overspray of the the hot explosion on the metal beam, or the crane that's fallen over. Actually, it's really just a metal beam. It's not a crane. And this piece here is separate, and like people have said before, it's plastic. But it's done real well. Alright, let me get you the other head and the other hand. I'll be right back with that, and we'll do a little bit more of a comparison. Okay, the regular head and the regular hand. As you can see, there's no webbing coming out of the web shooter. It's the hands in the exact same pose. And then the head, the take aim expression, not there. It is just both eyes are fully open. Is the exclusive a must on this statue? No. I do like it though. I think it's a nice exclusive, and I think it's a well done exclusive. It adds a little something more to the piece, but is it a necessary one to have? No, not at all. I think the statue looks great, just in the regular form as well. Alright, let me show you guys a comparison, kind of give you a size scale between the comiquette and the premium format. Okay, so this is the best way I think I can get you guys a size comparison. Here's the two heads side by side. As you can see, the heads are the exact same size. So the comiquette and the premium format, the heads are exactly the same scale. along with the rest of the statues.
Okay, and that's where I have Spider-Man displayed right now. I don't know if I'm going to change this up or not, but you can see him compared to the new Hulk premium formats. His size comparison. His bottom, or I should say, yeah, his waist is right up, the bottom of his waist is right up by the top of the Hulk's head there. It's a big, tall statue, and I'll pan around to the side here. And you can see him next to the Iron Man Mark I maquette and Mark VI. Let me turn on a light here. There we go. That might help. All right. Alright guys, that's Spider-Man, all his glory. Thank you for watching. Take care.